Hello YouTube, I Fix It All here. Team I Fix It All. 2019, November. Gosh, I don't know what day it is. I think it's the 9th maybe. So I'm doing this video for someone to take a look at a few topics. So I'm just going to randomly be combing through things I want to point out. So let me get started. Here we go. Trunk seal properly installed. The only problem is, in order to make that, well, I guess it's the trunk, whatever you want to call it. In order to make the trunk seal fit into the groove like I have it, you have to trim almost exactly 1/8 of an inch of thickness off of this flat side. Once that is done, this is your profile. And it's all installed properly. And I intentionally left a lot of extra slack. Meaning there was no gap here in this rubber. Right now it's probably 22 outside. Let me see what the temperature is. Dooby-dooby-doo. Thermometer number 1. Let's see if I've got a thermometer down here. No, I don't. Walk with me. I don't want to make this a million-year-long video. And thermometer. There's a homemade thermometer of mine I made. Made out of Motorcraft. Kick down throttle plate adjuster, and then there's another thermometer. See, it's pretty damn cold. It's below freezing. Back to the Ghia. To the point. Let me check let me stay on topic. So as a result of the temperatures, now I have a gap. Okay, I could probably live with that because I've engineered some nice drains over here in the corners made out of copper flared tubing. But here's the issue. I cannot get the trunk lid to close. And there's my height profile. It's probably not a bad angle for someone technical to be looking at this. Let me try to be fair over here. Oh boy. There we go. Not sure what's going on with that. But I do know this much. This flapper here, try to push on it. I wonder if there's any value in knowing this time it takes to flex back up. I don't think there's enough give in that rubber. I don't know how to make rubber. I just know that something in there is keeping it stiff. And even when it was 65 or 70 degrees outside, the trunk still wasn't closing. All right. Side window. There's our interior going in. The TMI products were working out real good, but gee whiz was the seat upholstery, a bear to get in. Everyone says it's a bear, so we lived through that. So I'm doing some checking here. I have the seal pulled out a little bit, and also up here. And check that out. This stuff might as well be a rock. I mean, it'll have some give, but gee whiz, it doesn't even feel like rubber anymore. It's like hard plastic. Hard to put my finger on exactly, or find the right words, you know. But that's what's going on the tight radius back here. It's just crinkling. All right. Now to the gas tank. Made a couple of discoveries. I'll just go ahead and start off. Here's the original tank. Go on. I don't need no company right now, buddy. I believe the height right here of this is much taller on the original tank than it is on the replacement. But if we agree to a couple of things here, let's just go ahead, and I've made this little jig. And if we just agree that I am demonstrating that I have a piece of sheet steel up in that vertex, flashing, and that the lines are parallel. I'm trying to focus. Okay. And it's so cold that thing stuck to my fingers. If I go drop it into the same spot on this tank as compared to this tank, it's difficult, but it's the same angle in here. So I'm going to, oh man, it's chilly. More than chilly. I'm going to try to go in here. I'm going to trade hands. I'm going to push down on that little tab right there and bring it in to the vertex. Let me try to fight it. Oh, got that clamp in the way. There we go. And I'm in the, I think, okay, I'm exactly there. There's the difference in the angle right there. I am literally a hell of a lot of difference in angle. Not only that, the physical height profile of this flat surface here, the height from this flange up to the top. Geez, it's, let me stick my finger over there. This is my finger all the way to the bottom. So there we go. I'm at the bottom of the flange. Now if I go over here, still the same finger. I won't trade fingers. There we go. Oops, you lost the finger, but trust me, I didn't cheat. There we go. I'm way down further. So the height of this surface is taller. It almost starts to tell me that this tank is bigger than that tank, like more gallons. But secondarily, here's another thing that I want to point out, the safety part. I have a rubber hose on this flange, so what I'm about to do may not be perceived as fair, but you'll get the idea that it is fair once you see what I do. I'll lay a square, and I'm going to do something. I'm going to show you that I'm at that approximate. Let's put it in line with the fitting. And I'm up on the area where the metal is. So there's my square. And I can slip my finger underneath there. Right now my square is resting on the end of the flange sticking out of the tank. I can put my whole finger under there. So if we can agree that that rubber hose equates to, let's just call it 1/4 of an inch, and it probably isn't. It's probably like, what? Well, let's just call it 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch thick rubber, but I doubt it's that thick. It's probably like 3/16 once it's compressed. Sidewall thickness is what I'm talking about. You know, like the hose is that thick. Then when we come over here to this, we will see that gosh, I'm in the weeds. All right, so we have a clearance. Let's lay it in line with the fitting like we did before. And we're clearing the fitting. In other words, we're clearing that neck with about as much distance as we would expect for the thickness of the hose. Over there, we were like this. About that much. So let's demonstrate that with the same technique. Let's balance. We're up here. There we go. So that's a lot of room. In other words, this angle on here is much different than the angle on that tank. So there you have it. Just a couple of highlights. So what else do we want to cover? TMI carpets are going in well. We're doing a good job. It's okay. Headliner's going in okay. We did something a little different with the headliner. Sun visors. It's just I'm worried over these seals. And there's this seal in the cold. And this seal in the cold. So I think that covered the areas that I said I wanted to go over. Let me know what you think. Thank you.